Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video. Today we are continuing on with our Sword Art Online marathon with the next big story arc in the series, and that is the Phantom Bullet arc. Now, in terms of the anime, this is the beginning arc of season 2 of the anime. Like I said in my very first video for the marathon, when I talk about these story arcs, I'm going to be talking about them in terms of the anime. There is a light novel series that is essentially, it's the same thing as the anime. They don't really leave any other details out, but I'm specifically talking more about the arcs in terms of the anime, just so you guys know. So the Phantom Bullet arc is the beginning arc in season 2 of the anime and is the next arc that we're talking about today. Now, this arc definitely caught me by surprise because what I liked most about the Phantom Bullet arc is that, when you jump from Aincrad, Fairy Dance, and now Phantom Bullet, they're all completely different from one another in terms of what the game is and what the objective is. For this arc in particular, Kirito has been given a mission by Mr. Kikuoka that we met initially in the Extra Edition TV movie that I talked about in the last video. You guys can check out that in my channel. But if you didn't watch that, this is another introduction to this character. But Kirito has been assigned to investigate a series of possible murders that have been taking place in the real world that somehow been going on inside the game, where characters are essentially exiting the game, getting disconnected from the game, and it turns out that they're real life avatars. Sorry, there's a truck outside. Okay, sorry. I'm not cutting that out. So essentially, these characters are getting disconnected from this new game, and they're in their apartments dead. And Kirito has been assigned to go into this new game and investigate it. And this new game that he is going into is titled Gun Gale Online, or in shorter terms, GGO, where he meets a brand new character that is one of the most badass characters of the show. My friend really likes her. I really like her. She's an absolute badass, and that is Sinon. Sinon is a sniper in this game, because in this game it's all about, I guess you can kind of say it's like Fortnite, it's a tournament to see who can last the longest and survive, and Sinon's class is a sniper. So she's not really up and close combat person, she's more of like stay to the side, take her shot, and she can just own everybody with her sniper rifle. Or I believe the name is Hecate, that's the name of it. But so here we meet Sinon, and Kirito and Sinon need to come together to try and solve this mystery. And I can't really go too much into spoiler territory because there's a lot that happens in this arc. Season 2 of the anime actually has 3 arcs altogether, with Phantom Bullet probably being the biggest one. Now, that's not to say the other 2 have their place, because they do have their place in terms of what they try to tell. But as far as like the most like intense arc of the season, Phantom Bullet is it. For one thing, since this takes place in a different game, the landscape is all different. These characters, well, I'm not going to say anything for Kirito, but this is all about guns. So all the characters are wielding guns. It's your simple battle royale tournament, which I thought was cool. And again, that was another reason why jumping from all these story arcs was great, because each game is different from one another. So now it makes you think, okay, so Kirito has survived Aincrad, he survived Magic with Fairy Dance. How is he going to handle Gun Gale Online? I don't know. But it was very interesting to see. And we also learn a very, very great backstory with Sinon, which I did not see coming. And with how they show that, it's really well done. You feel for this character, and I don't want to say it just because it's great for you to experience it when you watch it for the first time. But she's definitely one of those characters where once you meet her and you understand where she's coming from and what she needs to do, the payoff at the very end of this story arc is just, oh my God, it's amazing. And this story really sets the groundwork, even though there was an episode in Aincrad, but this episode really introduces us to another possible threat that will take place later on, which we'll get to and I'll explain later on. But that's essentially it. Kirito and Sinon have this mission. They got to team up. They got to take us down. I really want to talk about spoilers, but I can't, just because there's a lot that happens in this arc. And that's another thing that I can say, is that this story arc, there's never a dull moment in this arc. It's either where going from Kirito learning about this mystery to learning about Sinon's backstory, and then the two of them coming together to try and solve this. And it gets very emotional because you learn a lot more, not just about Sinon, but also what Kirito is going through as well. And with Kirito, they don't really bring this up. You kind of are shown a little bit in the past seasons, past story arcs, but this is the story arc where we really see what some of the things that happened to him in Aincrad are really getting to him in this one. And it's a very emotional ride. This whole season is nothing but emotional, except for the next story arc that we'll talk about next time. But this is just a non-stop thrill from start to finish. And that ending, man, whew, it was intense, but well deserved at the very end with how it all wraps up together for this arc. I absolutely loved it. I got close to tears. That's how much it hits you with the Phantom Bullet arc. Like, this is really good. And it just, God. And the thing is, though, is that I love this story arc, but it's not even my favorite. Because once we get to my favorite story arc in the series, I'm gonna have to really contain myself. I may even probably just talk about spoilers because I just can't help it with this next one. But with that being said, I'm going to give Phantom Bullet an A+. From start to finish, it does what it needs to do in terms of introducing us to new characters, giving us our stakes, but also giving us more character development with not just our main character, but with this new character that we will soon learn to love and understand what she is going through. And it's a very great story, and I'm really happy with how that whole story arc turned out to be. So I'm going to give Phantom Bullet an A+. Definitely recommend it. You know, if you finish season 1, but you're kind of like about going on to season 2, I'm telling you, just go. You'll thank me for it. And that's all I got for Sword Art Online today. Now, it is Disney Plus Day, and I haven't decided if I'm going to post a couple more videos talking about certain things, but we'll see. But I really just, it's not even 11 in the morning yet, and I just really wanted to get this video out so that way I know that I have it out. But the next time that we jump back into Sword Art Online, we're going to be talking about the next story arc, which is entitled, I believe it's just called Caliber. I'm pretty sure it's right. Excalibur, Caliber, it's one of those two, but I'll put it in the video next time. So I'll see you guys next time.